Welcome to Home Tech Decisions. Today we're doing another home tour at my home. And guess what? Today is all about Eufy. Stay tuned. So we're gonna start off on the house tour with the doorbell. Now, you should be pretty familiar. We've done a lot of videos on smart video doorbells. So right now we have the Eufy one, which is full battery, which is fantastic. We live in Minnesota here, so it gets really hot and it gets really cold. But the nice thing about this is it's weather tested for all different forms of weather. To unlock it, to charge the battery, all you gotta do is pop it right here. It'll pop right out. Charge it takes about an hour or two, depending on what level the battery is at. But this is actually a 2K video battery doorbell, and so you get really crisp video of deliveries, people walking their dogs, just activity going on in the neighborhood. Within the app, you can actually set like how you want the motion to be captured, which is a really great feature. But it's super slick. It's very compact, which is a really nice design, and we really appreciate it. It did come with a wedge, so you can angle it depending on where it is you're going to be putting it at your home. But this is the 2K Eufy video battery doorbell. So here we have the Eufy security delivery box, which is fantastic around the holidays, which are happening soon. So what we use is like whenever you order something on Amazon or Target or Best Buy or wherever it is that you're ordering, you can put in special instructions. So you can put in a code here, so then the delivery person will enter the code, hit open, this thing pops right up, they can place the packages in there. There is a camera right here, so it does track that. And then you also get a notification that something was placed in here at a specific time. So say UPS comes and delivers something, right? You not only get a notification from their website if you get notifications, but then you also get extra security with Eufy notifying you that a package has been placed in here, and you get a video. It's the best of both worlds to keep from those porch pirates, people trying to steal your packages, and just sense of security that if you're not home, your packages are securely and safe at your home. So right up here, we have the Eufy 2K security cam. It's a solo cam, but what the really nice thing about this feature is, the white around the camera are big lights. So you can turn them on if you want extra lights in there, or if motion is detected, it will light up. So we have this one here in the corner to kind of, shed some light within the yard if we need it, if we need it. But the clear, crisp 2K video from this is some of the best I've seen Eufy create. This is one of the newer ones that we just got out to test, and I absolutely love testing this. I love why we put it up in this location is because the wide view that you're able to see, which we'll provide videos for later. But the light up feature, the lights in that camera are a must-have. So right up there is one of the original Eufy cams that we got when we first started this channel, and it's been lasting ever since. Again, it is battery, which is fantastic, other than having to get up on the ladder, but that's my own fault because I put it up there. The nice thing about that is the batteries do last very long. They are very hardy batteries. And I put it all the way up there just to get like a wider view of the street and people walking by and just kind of activity going on, just a little peace of mind. The battery does last really long on this one in particular because it doesn't get as much motion. I've really put the motion on that one way down. But that is also a 2K Eufy solo cam that came as part of a package that we got that we'll talk about a little bit later. Here we are at the back of my house, and we have the Eufy Floodlight Cam Pro. This is a beast. And what I mean by that is these floodlights are powerful. We can light the entire backyard of our house. But within the app, you can also edit and say how bright you actually want it to get and what the motion sensitivity is that you want. You have a camera right here, as you can see. The blue light is flashing, which means it's on, it's connected to power, and it is working. The camera does rotate full 360 degrees, which is fantastic. Not that there's a whole lot to see back here, but we get a wide array. And you can also move it within the app, but it also does track motion. And so that's a huge feature. At night, when you open it up, there's sensors here that will turn the floodlights on whenever there's motion back here. And again, you can set the motion sensitivity on it so it doesn't flash if like a leaf blows by or something like that, which is a really nice feature to have. It is wired, so if you are interested in this, you do need to put it in a wired area or a place that does have power to that. Here we're at the back of the garage where we have a lot of activity happening here. And this is just more for security purposes, but we have the Eufy. It's again a 2K battery operated. This one is solar. So actually on the top here, you have solar panels, and a lot of times the sun comes right on here and it helps recharge it, right? But I get to see, and more, this is more for sense of security, right? If people are wandering or things of that nature. But this is probably one of my favorites because you don't have to charge it as much. The solar panels on top of it recharge it on a regular basis. So you really have to just install it and you can forget it for the most part, right? It is 2K, which is fantastic. The video quality is super, super good. Full color. You can also have night vision themes. And then you can also, again, sense the motion sensitivity. So, if things just randomly go by, you don't catch those random things and wear down the battery. So right here we have the Eufy Security Home Base. So this is attached to a lot of the security cameras outside. So you can have like theft detection. So if someone like messes with the camera, this thing will ring and an alarm will go off. But this is kind of like the home base, and all it is just plugged into an outlet down there, set up to the Wi-Fi, and you are good to go. Helps everything connect and stay synced and all of that good stuff. So here we have the Eufy security door lock. So the nice thing about this is it does have fingerprint recognition. My fingers are super dry because it's the winter time, so I will need to redo that. But you have a full touchpad here that you can use to unlock and lock, but then also, just in case the battery dies, you do have a backup lock right there, which is really nice to have just in case like the batteries do die. This is battery, as I mentioned. You can see here, it's lock, unlock. It's kind of a deadbolt there. But then you can also share. So like our neighbors or like family, if people are coming over and you're not gonna be home, you can either remotely unlock it or you can share them. You can give them their own access and you can do it within like certain periods of time. So like, hey, every Tuesday from 2 to 7, you have access and you can make your own code for different people. So that's a super nice thing to have, especially when you have relatives or friends coming over and things like that. But this is the Eufy deadbolt lock. So here we have the Eufy twin turbo technology, which my dog absolutely loves because it cleans up after him, right? If you have pets, even if you have kids, like they leave things all around. The nice thing about this, it has LiDAR, and so you can scan whatever it is or whatever areas that you're gonna be using it for, and it will move, it'll adjust, it'll pivot, it'll maneuver around, and it will clean your house, right? This is one of the best robot vacuums that we have ever used or tested. Highly recommend this. And it even has a cool little shade of blue and red there to add a little fashion sense to it. But we really, really love this. It keeps our basement clean, the carpeting clean. It knows where to go. It knows like the map that we used to map out and all that stuff. So one of the nice things about Eufy is if you buy systems, like security systems and all these different cameras, and if you even buy like the floodlight, things like that, they do have these really sweet, slick standalone cameras that can be used for both internal and outside external things. So they are weatherproof. But the nice thing is they're super slick, they're thin, they are very sleek. And so you can have them like in your house, like in a hallway, just to, make sure, like, especially if you have kids, just kind of want to make sure that they're staying safe, within the house, or just some peace of mind, right? So that's where this usually is it's usually right upstairs, just to kind of, make sure everything is fine, if we're out running errands or something like that. But they're great additions to whatever it is that you have within your Eufy environment. If you have pets, and we have plenty of them, they are gonna love this Eufy pet dispenser. So what it does is you can actually fill it up right there with your dog's favorite treats. You put it in there, you go in the app and you schedule it, and it will shoot treats out right to them, right from your phone. You can schedule them, you can say every day at 12:35, send one out, and the dogs will know. There's also a camera, and so you can see their reactions. One of the super fun things about this is it has 3 different modes for how far it'll shoot, so the dog never knows which one it's gonna be. It could be just a plop and go right there, or it can go whoosh all the way across the room, which is super cool. It does rotate full 360 degrees, which is awesome. So you can kind of play with your dogs a little bit and get their attention, get them active, get them exercising a little bit more, and then also reward them right from your phone. So check out this Eufy Pet dog dispenser. So here's something we don't always like to talk about. Our houses are messy. Everyone, even you, your house is messy. What Eufy has done is created this super powerful handheld vacuum, super light, carries a lot, has high suction, and also it comes with some really cool attachments. So you can use this one if you're wanting to get into some of those, you know, weirder places, thinner places. You also have the brush that you can put up there. So then you can kind of scrape things, right? It's a vacuum. It has some pretty cool attachments, but very powerful, battery, high suction, will clean up your stuff. So Eufy does have several different products. They have lots of different lines of business, and one that they're getting into is baby care. So we're expecting, which is awesome. So they sent us this super cool, awesome baby monitor that you can either stick right on the crib, right? Or they have a little shelf, and so you could stick it on the shelf, and then you can monitor your baby, which is fantastic. It is 2K, it's battery. It is super clear, crisp. It also does monitor audio, so you can hear the baby's, you know, if the baby's rustling or crying. So we're really excited to get more in depth on this and share a little bit more. But we did want to give a little sneak peek into this Eufy 2K baby monitor.